I like to break down folktale retellings into two categories, adaptation and essence. Now, an adaptation is typically when an author takes a well-known folktale or fairy tale and adapts it by giving it some form of twist or adding more depth to the story. A great example of this is Ella Enchanted by Gail Carson Levine. Now, in this story, our version of Cinderella ends up being gifted the gift of obedience by a well-meaning but poorly thought out plan by a fairy. Because of this, she has to do anything that anybody tells her. She cannot disobey them whatsoever. And so along with her trying to get away from her evil stepfamily, she's also on a quest to find this fairy to make her break what is inevitably a curse. This is a really great way to give a creative spin on different folktales and fairy tales that were written centuries ago and maybe adapt them for a modern audience. A great example of an essence folktale retelling is The Little Red Hen by Heather Forrest. Now, most of the story follows the same story as before, the hen planting the seeds, growing the wheat, and then baking a cake. The only difference this time is that the end of the story ends up giving a happy ending where the following year, all of the animals help that little red hen in order to grow her grain and bake her cake. This keeps the same core themes and moral to the story as was in the original folktale, but gives it a happier ending to better appeal to modern audiences and their desire to show kids that things do work out in the end. What's your favorite folktale? Is it an essence or an adaptation? Let me know in the comments and follow for more writing, illustration, and folklore.